Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. It's Megan, and today we are starting a 12-hour readathon, the book battles that I am doing with Sydney and Storri. I will link their channels down below as well as their readathon videos, but I'm so excited to get started for this. I did do an announcement and TBR video, I'll link it up above, but my TBR has changed a tiny bit. I do have a book club coming up Tuesday night. I'm the host. I need to read that book. Instead of reading Shatter the Sky, which was what I was planning to read, I'm going to be reading Daughter of Sparta. The reason I haven't picked it up yet is because I moved and this was delivered to my old address, so I had to wait until it got rerouted to my new address. Basically dropped off by my parents and I haven't seen them for a while, so finally got this, and now I'm excited to pick up Daughter of Sparta. So this is also a Once Upon a Book Club box, and I'm going to be unboxing things in a separate reading vlog, so I'm going to be filming 2 reading vlogs at once. Daughter of Sparta is on the to-do list for today, and it is a Daphne and Apollo Greek mythology retelling, and I'm so excited to pick this one up. Also, I really thought Namesake was gonna get off its hold at the library by now. This is the problem with planning your TBR ahead of time. It's still on hold at the library for me, so I'm actually doing the audiobook of We Hunt the Flame, and I am currently about 4 chapters in on it. I was listening to it this morning before waking up. I am an hour ahead of everyone, so I started a wee bit early, but I'm still gonna read for the 12 hours. But yes, I'm really enjoying it so far. It tells the story of Sapphira, who is a huntress. However, she disguises herself as a man because in this world, women are very frowned upon for doing like literally any type of work at all. And if they are caught doing any type of work, they're pretty much killed. So she disguises herself as this hunter to go into the woods and get game to bring back to her family. However, this woods / forest or whatever is very hard to come out of with a sane mind, and Sapphira is the only one with this ability. So she is being hunted by Nasir, who is the crown prince, but he is tasked with being an assassin for people as well, and he is tasked now with assassinating Sapphira. So I'm enjoying it really much so far. Then I am still going to try to pick up Race to Crash Point Tower if possible, because Daughter of Sparta is about the same length as Shatter the Sky, but we'll see on this one. It's still a really short read, so it should be fairly easy to get through. And finally, between all of that, I do have my 2 graphic novels, Amulet Volume 7 and Swamp Thing, as well as my 2 manga, which is The Promised Neverland Volumes 14 and 15. I had to remember where I was at. So yes, it is currently 10:40. As I said, I am 1 hour ahead of everyone else, so we're technically starting at 11 my time and going till 11. Our kickoff live show is happening at noon for me, so about an hour into when the readathon starts. So for the next 20 minutes, I'm probably gonna get my live show kind of pre-set up, and yeah, that's what I'm gonna go work on, and then I will check back in with you guys at 11 to see what I'm kicking off with. Okay guys, so it is currently now 11:03. I missed 11 o'clock because we were chatting too much in the group chat. But I think I'm going to start with We Hunt the Flame because it's an audiobook and I'm kind of hungry, so I'm gonna make some breakfast, and then also the cats are like swarming me, so I need to feed them as well. So I'm gonna start with that. I'm currently at 14% on the audiobook, and I am reading it at like 1x speed because otherwise I cannot keep up with it. I'm really bad at reading fantasy audiobooks, but I did want to read this book this month, and I know I've been struggling with physical reading, so I'm gonna start with that and go feed everyone. So let's go do that. Okay, so I just finished the first live show on Storri's page, so I will link that, as I said, down below. But in the time from when I was doing breakfast to now, it's currently like 1:10-ish for me, so like 12:10 for them. And I thought I was at 14% on We Hunt the Flame, but I realized that I had it playing on no audio for quite some time, and I was actually only at 11%. So I went back to 11%, but then got distracted, so I'm still at 11% of We Hunt the Flame. However, I did finish Swamp Thing. This is by Maggie Stiefvater, and it's following twins. One of them is kind of a cool guy and one's a nerdy scientist, and he has type 1 diabetes and is like tracking his insulin levels and everything. So he's working on a science experiment that allows him to communicate with plants about glycerin or something along those lines, but he just really connects with these plants, and he talks about how he thinks like a plant and all that stuff. However, I just didn't really vibe with the story. I definitely did not vibe with the artwork at all. It was reminiscent of Beavis and Butthead art style, which is not at all my favorite. I literally only grabbed this because it was part of the 4 Nations readathon. You had to read a book with a swamp somewhere on the cover, so I went with this because it said Swamp Thing. So I'm probably going to unhaul this one, but yeah, definitely not my favorite. So now I'm going to try to pick up some of Daughter of Sparta because this is really important, and finish Promised Neverland Volume 12 in the meantime, and that's the goal until the next reading sprint. I'm hoping to get as far as I can in Daughter of Sparta. Okay guys, I just made it to page 33 of Daughter of Sparta. I'm really enjoying it so far, and I looked up like the background story of Daphne and Apollo, so I'm interested to see how that plays into this. And yeah, I was starting to nod off a little bit while I was reading these words, so I'm going to grab some lunch and listen to my audiobook. So my parents ended up staying way longer than anticipated. They came up to bring some of my last minute stuff up, like a bookshelf for the office and so on and so forth, but it took way longer than expected, so I did not get any reading done this afternoon after the second reading sprints. So I'm gonna try, it's like 8:15 now, I'm gonna try to cram in as much as possible before the 9 o'clock live show, and then I have the 9 o'clock live show to get some reading done, and then 10 to 11. For me, it's 9, 10, 11, but for them, the live show is 8 o'clock. Yeah, time zones are weird. But yeah, I'm gonna go try to cram in like another 20 pages of Daughter of Sparta. I meant to do this on the other two and completely forgot. So, hi vlog!
I did it on the very first one, but we were all reading, and so you guys were all looking down at your book, and I was like, well, that was kind of dumb. I look like a creep.
Just like,
Yeah.
Do you like my Grogu phone case here?
Ooh, I like it. Oh, that's so cute. Oh my god.
Yay, hi vlog! There we go. Nice. Killing it. Okay guys, I just finished my live show, the last one of the day, with Storri and Sydney. I'm going to try to finish, because I have like very little amount left of Promised Neverland Volume 14. I'm gonna power through this really quickly and then keep reading Daughter of Sparta, because I really need to read this one. So I'm gonna try to make it to at least page 100 tonight. Hopefully 150, 200 would be way better, but at least 100, that's like goal. Oh, I also just have to point out, I'm gonna have a really large Mythical Mail Monday. Okay friends, it is officially the end of the first 12-hour book battle readathon that I hosted with Storri and Sydney. I definitely didn't read as much as I wanted to today. As I said, I wasn't expecting my parents to fully come up for as long as they did. I knew they were coming up to drop some things off, but I thought they were going to be in and out, and they ended up staying for 3.5 hours. So that kind of impeded a little bit of my reading, but it was really nice to see them and everything. But it's also why this vlog is kind of on the shorter side, because I didn't have the opportunity to vlog for like 3 hours there of my reading updates. So I just wanted to wrap up the vlog here. So I did start with We Hunt the Flame as an audiobook. I want to say around 11% of the way through, and I'm now at like 18 or 19%. I'm reading it at 1x speed because it is a very, like, I don't want to say high fantasy, although it could very well be a high fantasy. It's just really hard to follow at first, and I keep needing to like hit the rewind button and everything just to make sure I'm following it all. But I just am not in a physical reading mood, which gets me to Daughter of Sparta. Every time I started to pick this up, I start to fall asleep. It's not because the book is bad. I'm really enjoying it so far. It's just like every time I try to read words, like just pages of text, I start to nod off. I'm currently at page 64, so I did read roughly 30 pages in this last hour here. But yeah, I'm really struggling physically reading lately. I don't know what's going on. I say I struggle with physical reading, but I mean like full text novels, because I did finish volumes 12, 13, and 14 of The Promised Neverland during reading sprints today. Oh my gosh, you guys, there was a huge like plot twist, and I was not prepared, like a huge reveal, and I did not expect it at all. I say it every time I talk about this series, but I'm gonna keep saying it. This is my favorite manga ever, and I'm so happy I picked it up. Oh my good golly gosh. And finally, I read Swamp Thing. Not my favorite. I did want to show some of the art styles so you guys could kind of see what I'm talking about. See what I mean? It's like Beavis and Butthead-esque. I'm not into it. It's not my type of art style, but that does not mean it's bad. It's just not my preferred art style. I'm more of like the Tea Dragon Society. But yeah, otherwise, I thought this was so much fun. We're definitely going to be hosting more of these in the future. We're going to be doing these every other month, so stay tuned for our September 12-hour book battle for all the news on that and all that good stuff. Check out down below Storri and Sydney's channels to follow them as well. And thank you guys so much, so much for joining in on this 12-hour book battle, and I'll hope to see you in the next video. Bye everyone.